Hello everyone, this is Cringe Carnage, and I am here on the Google Plus Mindcrack fan server. And I've been doing a little bit of work on the build here. I came back from our adventure in the last episode, which didn't end very well. And I reinstalled Minecraft, by the way, and it's still doing it, so honestly guys, if you know any fixes, just let me know. So yeah, nothing on the inside, but it's all on the outside here. And I also did a little bit of a terraforming. I'm trying to decide whether or not to just build this back up and just put arches around, or actually tear it down and make a parking lot. And I think I'm leaning towards the parking lot, because this one doesn't have an arch or need an arch, so that's not really a reason for me to do it on that side, and it wouldn't really be symmetrical, which is, as you can see, what I've been aiming for here. So this is for when you drop your stuff off, you go get your car, or the valet can get your car, or whatever. That's what this path is for. And then this is for like your car or your horse in this instance. And yeah, so one thing that I wanted to do today is I want to finish terraforming, but I'd also like to see what color windows would be best. Between white, light gray, and I'm thinking white because it's a darker color, but lighter. Yes, white is a darker color because it's a lighter color and goes with the build well. But it's also very, yeah, that's Silk Touch, hard to see. The light gray is the happy medium, so I think I'm gonna do that one last. The dark gray would kind of match the outside. I actually like the dark gray quite a bit. Let me try the light gray now. I didn't think I would like the dark gray that much. I might have to get more of it and put it on the outside and see how I like it. Yeah, but that looked pretty good. It looked better than the white. The white just looked too pale. Nope, that is also dark gray. I just broke it just to replace it. Yeah, I think I might go with the dark gray just because of how little contrast the regular gray, or sorry, the how little contrast the light gray and the white provide. So that means that the dark gray seems like it would be the better option there. That's not finished, but whatever. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the dark gray. So I'm going to finish terraforming here, and then I will come back and we'll probably work on the walls, and I'll talk a little bit about the build and what can be expected. So, and what I did over the weekend and why there's a lack of episodes. So I will. We're back. So, those clips of me going through the nether were just me going for a jungle to get some cocoa beans so I could get a brown banner. And I'll talk about that in a bit. But I cleared out some of this. I'm going to clear it all out. Just was spending a lot of time and wanted to hurry it up, so I only did part of it. Just a little bit more left to do, and that will get finished up off camera. Finished up the podzol here. I ran out of cyan clay. Finished up the podzol here. I also started putting shutters on. I was using. So the reason, like I just said, I went to the jungle was to get cocoa beans, and I thought that those would be a good idea for banners. Um, but I don't really know what I think about them, because they don't look connected, right there. And also, when you look from the side, it's obviously a banner and not a shutter. So I'm thinking about just using the standard style of trap doors as the shutters. But yeah, it's a bit up for grabs. So I left the, decided to go with the gray stained clay, for my windows. I just thought that they looked the best, and of course it's getting nighttime, and that's great. So today we're gonna be working in, which room? Which room to work in? Yeah, let's work in this room. We're gonna work in this room, which will be the shop. So this room will be like the bar and restaurant, and then this room will be the shop. And that way we can get just make some more income off of the game, so to speak. So what I want to talk about while I'm building the shop is why I'm currently nervous. One reason I'm nervous is about this build, to be honest. Okay, I want the diagonals, not the straight-on view. We're going to be using armor stands for the pickaxe. Okay, just double-click right. Armor stands for the, for some of the shop. Let's leave 3 space. 2, 3. That's centered this way? No, it's not. Then again, we might not want it to be centered, so. So yeah, I'm nervous about this build because, I'm building with wood on the outside, right? And, wood has a tendency, especially when I build with it, to come out very boring and bland if you don't give it a lot of, extra qualities. So, for instance, this front is, yes, made out of wood, but it has so much extra qualities in it that it doesn't look boring and bland, or at least not to me. Because you're gonna have shutters here, and you have these flowers, and you have the porch, and you have the doors, and you have the windows. Oh god! And you have a creeper blowing up a chest full of dirt. Oh god, spell. Well, that's great out there. That's just wonderful. Maybe that's better. The chest is still here, right? Please, yes. Oh god. God. Come here. Give me this. Sorry about this. I was not prepared for this to happen. Other chest. You come here, you go in there, you go in there, you go in there. Like that? Okay. Well, anyways, back to what I was talking about. This build, since it uses wood most as its main building point, it's very for me it's very hard to give it decoration, and it's also supposed to be a modern building, not a rundown old building. So that means that, I mean, I could technically use, I forget about how to break these all the time. I could technically use two. No, so 1, 2 there, So I could technically use, like, make it a rundown building, which would allow me to add more blocks, such as, for example, on this build, the foundation. I made it look run down and old, and not completely, just like a little bit of crackage here and there with the andesite. Well, with buildings such as, let's say, an abandoned castle, right? Um, oh, darn it. Such as an abandoned castle, it's a lot, you can add more diversity. You can have, like, the pristine, nice block, like the nice, untouched, no, darn it, you're doing it again. The nice, untouched, block that was originally used to, build the structure. And then you can have the old, broken down, like, for example, you use smooth stone, and then you use cobblestone as a, as the broken down part, and you have more diversification right there. And you can also do different textures and stuff with stone, especially, and stone is a great block to add diversification and difference into your buildings. Wood, on the other hand, especially for a modern building such as this, or as such as this is aiming to be, is much harder to add that layer of depth, because many times, I mean, you go in one of the Mindcrackers that I watch, you go and watch BWO, I see you there. You go and watch BWO, and you see him have at least 3 layers of depth on every build, right? He has, like, for example, he has this layer, and then he has this layer, and then he has, I mean, this layer. And that just allows him to add so much more, but with, like, modern building styles, it's a lot harder to add that diversification. And that might just be me. It might just be harder for me to do that. So, and so that's just coming from a completely biased view that only sees it from my eyes. So, I'm also nervous because, and this will also tie into why I haven't put up a video or streamed in a while. I'm also nervous because it is exam time for my school, and I already took 2 of my 4 exams, well, 5 exams. Stop it. Get out of here. I already took 2 of my 4 exams. One of them was the harder one. Was the hardest one of them all, but I still have 2 of the harder ones coming up. So that's, like, making me very nervous, and that's also why like I said, I haven't recorded, because I've been too busy just studying, right? That's what you do for exams. I've been too busy studying for my tests and such, that it's hard for me to find time to record. And I mean, usually, hopefully, in the next semester, keep saying a lot. I need to stop that. In the next semester, I'll be able to record more and not have as much homework. And also, exams won't be right around the corner from when I'm recording, so it should be a lot easier to record and find time to record. I need more of these. I can get more of those. I should bring the crafting bench in here. I should go to sleep. That's what I should do. It's almost daytime. So yeah, it's... So, like, the time period of me starting up again, my, starting up, YouTube and streaming again was really bad, because for my school, we go into Christmas break, and then about 2 weeks after Christmas break, there's exams. So I went into Christmas break. I recorded like two or three episodes, and I came out of Christmas break, and there was obviously a lull because there was no way that I could record any more episodes in the time that I had left. So, like, because I had to start studying for my exams, and I had to start preparing and getting ready, and also we had a standardized test. My my state is switching over to a new form of standardized testing um, that we've obviously never used before, or else it wouldn't be new. Um, and so that means that we had this new form of standardized testing that I wasn't, like, also right after Christmas break, so that caused quite a bit of confusion in itself. I have so much crap. You can go. No, I didn't get it over the wall. Darn it. It caused just quite a bit of confusion and a lot of hubla, and then right after that, it's straight into studying for exams and getting ready for exams. And oh my God, exams are right around the corner. And even still, in my school, we didn't like slow down or anything. It was still full steam ahead, and I know that's common, I would say, from many other schools. But I wasn't as prepared for that because this is my because in my first year of high school, it was a lot more relaxed, I guess you could say. It wasn't as high tempo, so it wasn't. So like up until the last day, we were still learning stuff. Like the day before exams, we were still learning stuff, and I kind of knew that was going to happen, but I wasn't fully aware, like fully ready for it. So when it did happen, it was just like, oh God, I still have a bunch of homework to do and not enough. So yeah, I'm nervous about that, but luckily it's going to be over after Wednesday. And also I have Martin Luther King Day to study, so that's why I'm getting this day. So one thing I'd also like to say is I just came back from a camp out with the Boy Scouts, and I am pretty tired because, first of all, we don't get any sleep anyways. But second of all, I'm the senior patrol leader this year, which means that I have the highest power of any of the scouts. So where we were camping was a archery range, and it was pretty much just one room. There was like a divider, but you could still hear into the other room. But the older scouts, including me, pretty much sat out in the lobby. So the way the room was set up was there was a lobby, then there was, to the right of the lobby was a range, was the range where we slept, and then to the left was the kitchen and bathrooms and the entrance. So what did I come in here for? Right. No. So what happened was after the adult leaders would close the range down, there would be nothing. There'd be nothing left for you to. There'd be nothing left for the younger scouts to do. I mean, the older scouts and I played cards a lot, and that's what we usually do on campouts. But the younger scouts, they're like in 5th grade, don't know how to play cards. That's problem number one right there. Problem number two is they also still had a lot of energy. So, wow, I made that jump. I don't usually make that jump. So it was very. So when kids, and there were also kids who just wanted to go to bed. So when those kids tried to go to bed, can these be? No, they can't. So when those kids wanted to go to bed, they couldn't because there were people running around in the range, which is where they were trying to sleep, making a bunch of noise so that they couldn't fall asleep and get and get a good night's rest. So with them running around, once the older scouts went in, and once the older scouts were told to go to bed, which is usually when we do go to bed, when we're told that we have to. We're great kids, right? Then we decided, like, oh yeah, then we would go in and quiet them down, but the kids who were trying to sleep just weren't getting what they needed, and so I would have to go in there like every like 10-15 minutes and tell the kids who were running around if they didn't want to go to sleep, then they could I need more of those. Then they should just come out into the lobby, and even though they'd be able to be heard, it would be less so, and they wouldn't be bugging the kids who were trying to sleep. And so that just tired me out in itself. And also what we did at the camp out, and like I said, we were at a range for archery, so we just did pretty obviously a lot of archery. And we also went on a hike with the bows. They had a 3D course that we could use, so we went on a hike with them on that. So it was just a long day and a half, really. So I'm just tuckered out and tired. Tuckered out? Who says tuckered out anymore? Seriously, I want an answer to that. Like, if I was in a classroom, I'd say raise your hand if you've said tuckered out in the last 20 minutes. Or, sorry, like, not 20 minutes, but like, year. So yeah, I'm just tired and stressed and nervous, and it just feels good to be able to play video games for a little while, and also to talk with you guys just talk with you guys, really. So what these are planning to be, these are going to be the shelves. Over here, this is going to be the rack of golf clubs. These are going to be the mannequins for... Can I get in there? Yes, I can. And I can get out too. Well, that wasn't very eventful. These can also be the mannequins where we're gonna have the supplies, and what I'm gonna give away, and we're gonna do that another episode once I get more leather, because it's mostly just gonna be a lot of leather. That's somewhat disappointing. So what I'm gonna have to do is, okay. So let's make it like a little pedestal. That, and that, and then break this, and that, and then we will have there, 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 and then this one is going to be called the John Daly. Oh, it's a capital D. Capital D. Daily. L-Y. And it is going to be a price of 2 diamonds. Yeah, why not? Or maybe 2 iron or whatever. That's just like a just a basic format. There's also going to be like the Tiger Woods and the Ricky Fowler, and then there's going to be a couple of other ones that I already came up with one of them. There's going to be other ones that I'm going to come up with, and these are going to be like the golf balls and the you know what, they should be on like a chest. Yeah. So let's make a chest. And then this one's going to be a trap chest. It's going to be this will be the golf balls. So then we'll put like a set number of golf balls in there, and then this will be like, trying to think of what else they might need. What else could they use? This is kind of depressing, because I can't think of what else they're gonna need. That's really sad. So golf balls would be there, maybe, I don't know, snowballs, something like that, possibly. That could be there. So yeah, like I was talking about earlier, I mean, I could put a garden down there, but that's still gonna look very barren. There'll be shutters on it. But even still, and I might put gardens, so maybe it will look good. I think I'm gonna go with the only reason I don't want to use trapdoors as shutters is because I'm using trapdoors here. But the trapdoors look better than the banners do. I could use signs for these. I've seen that method before. Let's put some more of the trapdoors up and see how that looks. Well, I can only put 2 more up. Well, that's great. I'm gonna do quite a bit of enchanting before next episode. Mostly for the course, so it's gonna be like looking for flame arrows, because you're not gonna be able to find your arrows when you shoot them in deep if you don't have flame arrows. Well, those are gonna be optional. There's gonna be like the standard, then the easy find. So yeah, it's just gonna be a lot of different different things that will pretty much all revolve around how golf is played. So like, for instance, there's gonna be just like a standard bow and arrow. Oh god. Okay. It's just gonna be like a standard bow and arrow, and that's what you take out, and you can buy like a set of golf balls and you go out. But then there's also gonna be like the easy find, so it's gonna be like a standard bow and arrow, but it has flame on it so that you can find your arrows easier. And there's gonna be never buy balls again, or arrows again, and it's gonna have infinity, so you just need your 1 arrow and then you're all set. And then there's also going to be the combination of the two, so a flame and an infinity, and then stuff like that will be what they will be using to oh, these have to go up on a podium as well. Is what they'll be using to shoot bows and arrows to play golf, because that's totally what they're doing. Just playing golf. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's run over here real quick. Go to sleep. See if I have any more dark oak wood. Oh god, stupid jitter thing. Like, you press R and it still does the jitter thing that Minecraft used to do when you did the double tap. But it hasn't changed since they added the hotkey for sprinting. Oh, by the way, I mapped my sprint to R just because it's easier to get to than the control button that they had originally set. No, there's no dark oak in there. Why would there be any in my ender chest? There's steps. That's what I need, so. Oh, by the way, I finally gotten enough cobble so that this setup works. So all of these hoppers are filled with 64, but they're both being held, so as soon as this chest gets to about here-ish on the with stacks of cobble, it will overpower this comparator, and it will turn these off, which will allow this to get to dump its dump the cobble into the chest below it, and so on and so forth. No, I do not have it in dark oak wood, and the dark oak sapling that I got only gave me, oh no, only gave me about three, it only gave me, not about, only gave me 3 saplings, so I don't have enough to plant another one. Well, that's just great. I started a cocoa bean farm out here, so I don't have to run to the nether again. Sleep. Sleep, sleep, sleep. So I think that is going to be the episode. Yeah, I've been recording for probably a bit longer than usual. Just had a lot to talk about and quite a bit to do. So I would like to thank you guys all for watching. I hope you have I hope you had fun, but now I've got to run. So I will see you next time.